Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today's guest is someone who has truly made the most out of his college journey. He served as the president of Google Developer Club at our college, maintaining excellent CGPA with actively leading tech initiatives. And yes, also helping fellow students grow. On the top of that, he has secured multiple internships, which is a great achievement. Yes, so today he is going to explain everything from starting to end. So today's session will be very informative for all the freshers. Let's welcome Hamish. Hello, Hamish.
Yeah, hi Gauri. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful initiative you are taking. I think it will surely help you, me, and everyone else trying to listen to this. So, as Gauri said, she mentioned a lot of things about me, but I must say it's not like a perfect journey from start to end. On surface level, it may seem to some people that it is the ideal journey, but there are a lot of things which I have not conquered and how things have not gone the way I like them to be. But that's what it is, and that's how life goes. But it's not like I don't have any regrets about the life. I though like I said, ki I had some things which I could not do, but I don't regret कि वो चीज़ नहीं हुई. So yeah, that was about me. So
Yes, truly said Hamish that everything is not perfect always like that we want, right? But perfect thing doesn't exist, I guess.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so let's start it. So,
Hmm.
firstly, I want to ask that how was your experience while entering the college? Like the expectation versus reality on the first day or first week of college.
Okay, I'll start with a little before even that, like before starting the college. So I gave JE, failed miserably, and I won't even say failed miserably. I didn't try much. So after that, uh, I was in the like uh, I was in the thought that I would get some government college, some lower level in Haryana or Rajasthan, like the smaller government colleges. I tried to rely on them, but it was not that good, and I could not even then get admissions in Chitkara or something like that because when we went there, the seats were already full in computer science. So one of my father's colleague, he got an admission here, so I just had a chat with him and I did not have much options, so I opted for what I had in my eyes now. So I didn't did much research. So my father and I visited this college, and on the surface level, it looked very good, like a big campus. I've never been to any university campuses before, so even this was like a big thing for me. Like this much ground, this much area, this much gardens and parks was a big thing from me coming from a small town. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. And Then we casually went into engineering block one, and I saw some students there. They were probably, I guess, second or third year students. So I didn't have much questions for them. I saw them going to the lab, and I asked, कि are the labs regular? कि स्कूल की तरह तो नहीं है कि हाँ we are going to labs but not doing anything or we are not taken to labs. So they said कि labs are regular, but I hope I could have asked more questions because now we know that labs lagti to hai, but there is nothing that happens in those labs really. In engineering colleges, labs are nothing but you just sit, and if you want to take rest, you can take rest, and if you want to study something on your own, you can study. Nothing else goes on there. So coming to first day and expectations in general. So my expectations weren't much from this college. It was not something with a big name, but I was expecting decent social and college life. So even that is not very good here because I would say the students are mostly local here, and that very much affects how the crowd works in the university. So if you go to some campuses like IIT or even NITs or even smaller government colleges, it's not like the students there are from surrounding areas. It is very merit based. So people all over India come to a place and gather together. So that is very much, varied. But here it is very much localized. Only people from surrounding areas constitute 50 to 60% of the students here. So obviously the region and culture affects the university itself. So my expectations were very low, and I guess this university fulfilled it, uh, decent only. So coming to the first day was nice. I saw people with dreams and aspirations in their mind. When in orientation, the teacher asked what everyone wanted to become, everyone said they want to become a software engineer or something like that, or some other things. But we know the person who said, I want to become a software engineer, can't even write a proper C code in fourth year. Abhi tak. There are people like that.
True.
So on the first day there were a lot of people like this, and कुछ की बातें सुन के तो I was very much amazed कि people can think like that. But वही same लोग haven't done anything till the fourth year. So ऐसे आपको लोग मिलते हैं and मुझे भी मिले हैं. So yeah, that was my first day and mostly it went okay.
Yes, you said well that community affects a lot. Like a person who is low level, even if he got a very good community, he can raise his bars.
Hmm.
So
Right.
yes, you are definitely right. The colleges like in which we are have very low, very low IQ people. I must say this. Even
Yeah.
many students doesn't even have general civic sense.
Not even civic sense. People cannot even, answer their own questions with the help of chat gpt also. They can't use chat gpt, they can't use anything. You have to spoon feed them everything. So yeah, people are like that.
And you were true that in our labs, anyone can sleep very easily, right? Just
Yeah.
enjoy whole night and sleep in labs with
Yeah.
I must say educate amount of ACs when it is working, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move towards the next question. What is the biggest college myth over here, right?
Biggest college myth over here in our college, when people
Or
come to the
you can
first
just
year.
tell about any general thing, right? Which many students have.
uh, Okay. So people have this myth that फर्स्ट ईयर में जाएंगे, फर्स्ट ईयर से ही स्किल्स बनाएंगे, इंटर्नशिप्स करेंगे. दैट फॉर श्योर कैन हैपन, बट दैट डजंट हैपन टू एवरीवन. Everyone's lives get continue normally like everyone else. Only a small amount of people can get to this. Even I myself started internship only in the end of second year. So there are obviously people whom we both know that have started doing stuff from when they were in the first year. But no, first year is generally
Just
very chill.
1% or
Ah,
2%, right?
yeah. So first year is very chill, and you should obviously chill. You have just been out of the college. You are newly experiencing how the college life is. And second myth is you are very free. Though you will think you are very free, but you are always bound by things, CGPA and कॉलेज प्लेसमेंट का डर कि हाँ अभी 2 साल बाद हमें ये सब करना है. So things like that, you are not always free. You have to keep working, and people think it's a cool life. It's not cool. Not for hostlers, not for day scholars, for no one. डे स्कॉलर्स का रोज का यही है कि दे हैव टू वेक अप अर्ली, एंड उनके 2-4 घंटे रोज के जा रहे हैं ट्रैवलिंग में. एंड होस्टलर्स का यही है कि हाँ संडे आ गया, कपड़े धोने हैं, मेरे कपड़े नहीं पड़े डालने के लिए, ये बर्तन धोने रह गए हैं, एंड स्टफ लाइक दिस. इवन अभी इस पॉडकास्ट से पहले मैंने चाय बनाई थी एंड आई वॉश दोज बर्तन एंड ऑल. तो ये चीजें होती रहती हैं. सो आपका शेड्यूल बहुत बिजी हो जाएगा. सो वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड रितु, so when she used to talk to me, she was like she actually took a drop. So I was in the first year, she was in the drop, and she was like कि तूने बात करनी बंद कर दी है and stuff like that. But when she came here in the college, she is in this college only. So when she came here, she was like कि now I realize, मैं ये सोचती थी कि लोग इतने क्या बिजी हो जाते हैं कॉलेज में, बट कॉलेज इज एग्जॉस्टिंग. कि और कई बार एग्जॉस्टेड आप ना भी हो, आपके पास कोई काम ना भी हो, समटाइम्स यू थिंक लाइक कि आई नीड सम साइलेंस, आई नीड सम मी टाइम फॉर मी। सो मतलब कॉलेज लाइफ इज नॉट फ्री एट ऑल। चाहे आप पढ़ाई भी नहीं कर रहे हो, स्टिल इट वुड बी एग्जॉस्टिंग कि आपके कभी रूम पे आपके दोस्त आ गए या कुछ हो गया, एंड डे स्कॉलर हो तो आपके 2-4 घंटे ट्रैवलिंग में चले गए, सुबह उठना। सो इट्स ऑलवेज एग्जॉस्टिंग।
I think this thing has happened to almost everyone. Like when I entered this college, my friends were also like that. You just disconnected to us. But the
हम्म।
things were not like that.
हम्म।
So I think that is the major thing that everyone should understand that after coming to college, everyone get busy. Yeah.
हम्म।
Okay. So now interesting question that what a fresher must do in college, yeah? Means when you are just starting and entering the college in your first year. So should you start just studying or you should do some networking? What should you do?
I would go out of the question to say, first of all, chill. Try to experience things you can't experience while you are with your parents. So obviously there are some things which are stereotyped as bad in your parents' minds, but as a new generation, you think this thing is fine. This thing is fine for me. So try more things and obviously try to network. And even कुछ लोगों के तो घर पे ये भी होता है कि they cannot even टेल एट देयर होम्स कि हाँ हमारी ये लड़की दोस्त है। अभी भी व्हेन आई टॉक विद माय पेरेंट्स, आई ओनली टेल लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ गर्ल्स, लाइक हाँ ये क्लासमेट है, ये है ऐसे। आई कैन नॉट टेल मच अबाउट गर्ल्स टू माय पेरेंट्स। सो try to do things and obviously try to network, not only with your people who you think are from your nearby areas or they are somehow related to you, but everyone else. uh, for example, I know everyone in the class, everyone's names, though I don't talk with them very much, but I know them. I know what things happen in their lives and things like that. So obviously network not only with people who are studious and can help you डू थिंग्स, बट ऑल्सो अदर पीपल, लाइक जो बैक बेंचर्स होते हैं उनके साथ भी तुम्हें थोड़ा वो करके रखना चाहिए, कई बार वो भी काम आ जाते हैं। So networking, what networking should you actually do? You must know any clubs or anything around that, anything which excites you. Because आप एक क्लब में जाओगे, so you see people who have a passion for things, and वो पूरा दिन कॉलेज में घिसाने के बाद भी they come to their rooms and they try to do their best for their college clubs as well and everything. So their whole day is exhausted. So you try to network with those people and you will get to know a lot of things. And when I joined this club, GTG on campus, it was Google Developer Students Club back then. So when I joined, my roommate was like, what do you keep doing all the day? It's your first year, you have just joined college. Why are you taking this much responsibility? Why are you doing this much mehnat? And I remember I casually said to him, यही मेहनत बाद में काम आती है. So
And that is true,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, that means we must explore, right? We must
yeah.
explore each and every aspect of college.
या मुझे इससे एक एनिकडॉट याद आया कि व्हेन आई केम टू द कॉलेज, मी एंड माय फ्रेंड अकुल, मैं इतनी बुक्स नहीं पढ़ता, मेरे पास सिर्फ 3-4 बुक्स हैं, एंड आई हैव नेवर रेड more than 5 to 8 pages of any non-academic book. So I try to buy books but I never read them more than 10 pages. So my friend Akul is also like that. He doesn't read much books, but we had this intellectual urge ki we want to see where is the literary club. So in the orientation there was mentioned ki there would be a literary session, or a session by the literary club, but it never happened. Some other teacher came and did something else. So we were in this dilemma, like what happened? Why is the session not conducted? So we tried our hunt for the literary club. जितने भी हमारे connections थे, we tried asking them, and we tried going to authorities कि ये कहाँ पे है. We never got to know about it. And one day I randomly met a person, and so we were generally talking. We talked for 20-30 minutes, and I casually asked him, do you know where the literary club is? He was like, I'm the president of that literary club.
Oh,
So I asked him like why was the session planned, but it didn't happen. He was like कि मैं ही mostly उस club का करता धरता हूँ, and I was out due to some reasons, so that session never happened. And because I was already vested into one club, I didn't go to that one. But yeah, this teaches us कि when you're networking, you will find the things which are hidden in your plain eyesight.
that was, uh, just you were having a lot of questions at that point of time. Like,
Mm.
why that thing is happening in that club? Yeah, there must be
Yeah,
some, sessions and engagement between the students.
yeah.
But कोई बात नहीं, MMG उसको.
Apparently,
Sorry.
apparently it was a closed bound group. They were a group of 10 to 12 people who used to sit on Saturdays or Sundays and read books or even tell each other about what they read. But it was a closely knit group. They didn't promote themselves much. So yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So we have just listened that what we must do. Now, one most important question that what we must not do, yeah. What
Uh,
are those things?
don't get too much attached to people. I told you should network, but don't network that much that all your time goes into, listening to the ramblings of your friends or
True.
people in your class. So that thing is very much true in the hostels. There are a lot of rooms. Everyone is in the hostel. So big group would be formed in your room and पूरा दिन वो सब लोग वहीं पे हैं. So don't network that much that your whole day is wasted into that. You should spend time for yourself, like even some alone time, and then obviously study and stuff. But yeah, some peaceful time is required. My first roommate, he was kind of that person. So my first 1.5 month was like that only. But due to some reasons, I had to change my roommate, and the second roommate was he was also talkative very much, but he didn't have that much friends coming over, so it was better. And वो शाम को he used to go to gym, and तो मेरे को शाम को भी मतलब रात तक फ्री टाइम मिल जाता था. So that was a nice thing that happened. So network with people, but don't network much, and don't waste time. uh, it would be very ironic from my side to say that don't spend too much time into clubs. I have myself spent, but I would recommend engage in the activities of clubs and societies, interact with them, but don't get too much involved with them. I have gotten involved, so I know that you shouldn't. There would be so much responsibilities over you, and I would say half of your time would be gone into that. And those things no one will ever ask in the coming 1 or 2 years. Ki, yes, this event was organized by you. Wow, it was such a nice event. No one would say that. So don't spend too much time in the college societies. Yeah.
Okay, so the main conclusion is that we must not overindulge ourselves within our
Yeah.
friends as well as in any club. We must spend times on ourselves, improving ourselves, right?
Ourselves or in general, spend time with your classmates.
Okay, okay, that's nice. So there is one question that, just there are many students who just come out of their homes and step into the college and basically hostels. So they don't know how to survive in first semester. That is the, hardest time for many students. So how can they survive? Basically survival guide for all the students.
Okay, I believe I'm not much suited to this scenario because I was already out of my home from 11th class, so I didn't experience that much of the shock which people generally go through when they come to the hostels. But my advice would be try with the baby steps, like start taking some steps, and then you will eventually go to it. For some people it is even difficult to go to mess and eat food because they're used to getting their food in their rooms. So you have to make some habit, make some friends who will go to mess with you. And for washing clothes and all these daily activities, try with the small steps, like you don't have to wash all the clothes yourself at once, like on Sunday. Try, maybe wash one, two clothes that you wear each day. So that would like amount for a lesser amount of shock for you. So this doesn't just apply to the daily activities like washing clothes. Even adjusting like in hostels, like your social lives. Start slower, धीरे धीरे फ्रेंड्स बनाओ, धीरे धीरे बात करना शुरू करो. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि आप पूरे ही कैजुअल हो जाओ सभी के साथ. So it goes with everything ki you have to start somewhere and then you will gradually go to there. And for food, I would say mess is good, but do bring fruits and stuff from outside so you can have the nutrition which you are used to in your homes.
So that's a kind of advice that everyone must listen. Like you have to take baby steps because it is not like you can do everything at once by yourself, right?
Mm.
So that is the major thing. Okay, so Hamish, I want to ask that is it CGPA or skills? What matters?
I would say a good balance between them. Because I have been the kid who always used to get the, you know, the top percentage or in the top three or something like that in school. So my parents were used to getting me high percentages. So I had to obviously maintain that. But that may not be the case for everyone. If you think your parents are okay with you having 8 CGPA, 8.1, 8.2, then you can focus on your skill. But I had a reputation to maintain, so I constantly kept it above 8.8 or like that, between 8.8 and 9.23, like that. So I had to maintain that. Doesn't mean you have to maintain that as well. Skills obviously matter. But I would say, as you said previously, people here don't have IQ. For even that 8 CGPA, they have to study so much. But for me, I was like, I only studied very religiously, like first sem or something like that. In the second sem, I did my maths in like 3, 4 days. I solved the sample questions which the teacher sent before the exam. It was a list of 30 to 40 questions. I just solved that and I was good to go for the exam. So only thing you have to do is just listen while you are in the class. So you have a hold of what is happening. You don't have to revise it or anything. Just listen to it. You will get a hold of it and you can just study before exams. Like if I tell you my streak, in first year I started studying 15 days before exam. In second sem, let's say 7, 8 days. Third sem, 3, 4 days. It started reducing gradually, and to a point in sixth sem for a subject. Was it sixth or fifth? It was UI UX subject. I guess it was fifth sem. So I started studying for that subject at 2 a.m. when the exam was at 9 a.m. I studied from 2 to 6 and I was good to go for that exam. Obviously, because that subject was easy, but talking in general, uh, as you go through these phases, you can actually now predict how exams come, how questions come. Uh, my friends used to ask me कि एग्जाम में क्या क्या आएगा. I just had a look at syllabus and I was like कि हाँ यही आएगा. And those things actually came because इतना छोटा सा सिलेबस है. इट इज वेरी इजी टू एनालाइज कि क्या आना चाहिए एंड क्या क्लास में पढ़ाया गया, बिकॉज यू लिसन टू व्हाट वाज टॉट इन द क्लास, सो यू नो व्हाट इज important. So you just study before exams and you're good to go, except for some subjects like maths,
Automata.
automata and stuff like this. Apart from that, you can do things easily and get a above 7.8 CGPA. I would say I would stand on the middle ground. 7.8 is fine for most people. And if you want much more than that, 8.2, 8.3 is good enough if you are spending your time into other things. But if you have a reputation to maintain, then obviously you have to aim higher.
Obviously, this was a just similar case to me. I was also in, the pressure of parents and all these stuff.
Hmm.
But you are correct. Like, I was also the one who just took a lot of focus only in the first or second semester. And after that, I was also like, हो जाएगा यार ये सब तो होता रहेगा. Okay, so moving towards the next question, if you would get a chance, like to have, would you prefer hostel or day scholar kind of thing?
I would say hostel because I have been living outside my home since the age of 16. I have got the freedom I always wanted as a child. For me, where I've grown up, now I cannot live there more than 5-10 days. Even summer holidays, which are 1 month long, are very exhausting for me. There is nothing to do there, and it's very small town. There's nothing much to do. I only had like 3-4 friends, and now they also have gone to their respective colleges. Some in Gujarat, some in Delhi, and things like that. So there's nothing much to do, and my family is also like my mom and dad are very much also like me, like they don't go much farther. अगर कहीं गए भी तो रात तक आ जाएंगे. So they also stay in themselves. So it can get kind of boring and exhausting. So hostel or PG, I would say, are the best things you can have. And I always had this dream of living independently. Living independently doesn't just mean you have got all the freedom. It also means how you want to do specific things. At home, you are bound to things like you have to eat food at this time, you have to do this. But when you are living by your own, you have got all the choices you want. So you start living independently, you start making choices for yourself. And the most important part is you become money conscious, which is a good thing. You should know how to spend money. Spending money is also an art. How to spend money, how to save money. एंड जब आपको लगता है कि हाँ पैसे आए थे घर से बट शुरू में उड़ गए, and at the end you are left with less money, so you will calculate how much per day I can spend and things like that. You get money conscious. कुछ लोगों को लगेगा कि हाँ you can just ask your parents again for the money अगर आपके खत्म हो गए, but that becomes an embarrassing thing to ask for, because you think for yourselves कि I spent too much. So obviously money management is what you will learn when you are living outside the home, and it will surely help you when you go further for jobs and stuff. So if a person who is a day scholar just directly goes to a farther city, again they will start from scratch zero, how they have to sustain themselves alone. So yeah, it's better to teach all this stuff while you're a student, because you don't have much responsibilities now. But when you get out of the college, you graduate, you get a lot more responsibilities. So handling those responsibilities and simultaneously uh, learning to uh, sustain yourself would be difficult. So you must learn all these things in the college life itself.
Yes, hostel teaches us a lot of things like maintaining, managing, and everything, all of that stuff. So you must experience hostel at least once, right? Okay, so let's move towards the next question. And yes, it is the last question of this session. So, what are the things we wish someone could told us in first year, just like when we were
Uh,
entering first year?
I believe we have talked about this thing in a lot of small bits across all the questions. I have already told you a lot of things which no one told us. So I would just, in a concise form, I would say, be always be curious about things, how things work, and network with people, how their lives are going on, because their lives also affect your lives as well. And be connected with people, and learn new things, be independent. And yeah, last thing, try to find a side hustle which you are passionate for, and it can give you some amount of money. It doesn't have to be a big thing like lakhs of money, but for starting, say 500 each month, 1,000 each month, or even starting from 100, 200 is a good thing, because again money management part would come in. But more than money management, it gives you the satisfaction that I am doing something which is worth some money. I am not worthless. I am doing something. So try to find a side hustle. It doesn't always have to be tech related. Whenever someone mentions side hustle, people assume ki this should be about internships. People should do paid internships and stuff like that. Just find something which you are passionate about. I myself have done only one paid internship till now, which obviously gave me some amount of money. But I also do some things on side which are not related to tech at all, but are part of my interests. So it pays me money as well, and I also remain happy doing that because it is part of my interest. So uh, I have already said it. अब लोग कहेंगे कि क्यूरियस बना दिया इसने, बताया नहीं कि इसने ऐसा किया क्या. So I'll tell in brief as well what I do. So there is this site called Music's Match. I was active on this website from 11, 12 itself. I didn't used to earn that much that time. I had a dream to uh, get my own phone, like a specific phone I wanted. So I was trying to collect money. I was trying to find ways to do things. Simultaneously, I have interest in linguistics and languages and stuff like that. So, when we listen songs on Spotify, on YouTube Music, there are lyrics which appear on the screen and they appear synced. It's not like some AI is doing that. AI cannot currently do that level of detailing. So exact second is synced when the new line starts, it goes to the next line. That thing is done manually. So it naturally became one of my interests because I have been writing poetry in Hindi, Punjabi, and English as well. So poetry and languages, all of this became a meeting point when I discovered this website called Music's Match. So it basically pays people to transcribe lyrics and sync those lyrics, tag those lyrics. I was just a newbie when I was in 11th, 12th, but over time, there was a sudden demand in lyrics of Punjabi songs because India में तो कोई company pay नहीं करती ज़्यादा, but Canada में there are a lot of Punjabi people. So Apple Music Canada had a huge requirement for these lyrics. So they started paying to Music's Match, and Music's Match in turn started paying more to the people. So I was just a newbie, and seeing my level of contributions, I used to write very correctly, and you have to write in their native script. So I started doing that, and eventually they made me specialist. They gave me a role of specialist in that. So now, by being specialist, it gives me some money, and it is very flexible. अगर मैं 2 महीने कुछ ना करूं चलेगा, नेक्स्ट महीने आई स्टार्ट डूइंग सम स्टफ. मान लो एक महीने में मैंने 5 या 10 ट्रैक किए, आई विल बी अकॉर्डिंगली पेड ईच ट्रैक. सो आज भी जैसे मैंने एक ट्रैक किया, इट हार्डली टुक मी 30 मिनट्स, बट इट गेव मी $1. सो उससे मुझे नए गाने भी सुनने को मिलते हैं एंड मुझे पैसा भी मिल रहा है. बट हाँ, मेरा थोड़ा सा टाइम जाता है, बट इट्स फाइन. वो थोड़ा एंटरटेनमेंट भी वहीं पे हो जाता है. सो ट्राई टू फाइंड अ साइड हसल. अब सारे जाके म्यूजिक मैच पे मत लग जाना. दे डोंट हैव दैट मच ओपनिंग्स. अभी वो किसी को ऐसे एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे इतना. बट द गोल इज टू फाइंड समथिंग विच यू कैन डू. Obviously you can do a lot of things in tech. There are people doing video editing. There are people running entire agencies while being in the college. There are startups in this college, and there are people working in the startups here while in the college. I know a person who Gauri also did a podcast with. He used to go to college from 9 to 4, and then from 4:30 or 5 till night, he used to do the startup work offline. He used to go offline to Mulana for doing this thing. And on Saturdays, जब college की छुट्टी होती थी, he also used to go there. So it gave him experience as well, money as well. So and a community as well. He knows people. He has networked with people. So try to find something which is good for you. A lot of people start doing freelancing. They start making websites. A lot of people do video editing. A lot of people even do content writing as well. So बाकी सारी चीजें तो सब लोग बता देते हैं कि हाँ ऐसे पढ़ो, डीएसए करो फर्स्ट ईयर से ही, एंड ट्राई टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट, मनी मैनेज करो, ये सब चीजें हर कोई बताता है। बट वन ऑफ द थिंग बहुत से लोग नहीं बताते इज ट्राई टू फाइंड अ साइड हसल। कि ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई मेरे बाप के पास तो पैसों की कमी नहीं है तो मैं ये चीजें क्यों करूं। बट नहीं, आप कुछ करने लगोगे तो आपको चीजें सीखने को मिलती हैं, एंड इट टेल्स यू कि हर एक पैसे की कितनी अहमियत होती है, एंड एक खुद की फीलिंग होती है कि हाँ आई एम वर्थ समथिंग, कि हाँ आज मैंने कुछ किया। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग जो बहुत से लोग नहीं बताते। एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज कि आप जो कॉलेज लाइफ में स्पेंड कर रहे हो, दिस विल नेवर कम बैक। आपके पास ये लास्ट मौका है टू मेक फ्रेंड्स और नेटवर्क विद पीपल। उसके बाद आप किसी ऐसे क्लासरूम में नहीं बैठे होगे, यू विल बी सिटिंग इन ऑफिसेज, people there would be your colleagues, not friends. You have to work with them, not chill with them. Obviously chill करते हैं with colleagues, but firstly they are your colleagues and not friends. This is your last chance to network with people and make good bonds with people. After that you won't get much socialized lives like this. So spend your time, create a good balance between work, study, and chilling. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. That's the perfect thing. Just like I am also writing one book, and next month I will going to publish it. I will also just send you the link. Just have a look at that. So yes, you are right. Side hustle is amazing. It creates you something different. It gives you a lot of experience that I think college cannot give. Getting good CGPA and just doing random stuff will not give you that kind of experience that you are going to have after doing some real things. So I guess that is the best thing.
And I would say college is also the last time to do side hustles, because after that you would have so much responsibility to earn more and sustain yourselves. Side hustles don't pay much; they'll pay in little amounts, but they will give you experience. After your college life, you are supposed to get jobs, and you won't have much time for any side hustles or side quests like this. So this is the time you can explore the most randomest and the most coolest things. Like you can experience things in tech, cool things you would want to see, you would want to make, you want to build, and cool things you want to write and stuff like that. These things don't pay much, but they give you a lot of experience and secondly entertainment to your soul as well.
Yes. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. A huge thanks to Hamish for sharing his experience, lessons, and advice to all of us. To all the freshers listening, remember the college is not just grades or placements. It's about learning, growing, and building relationships, discovering who you want to become, and make the most out of the college. So I would like to thank Hamish for just spending that much of his time and investing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gauri. But before ending, I also want to ask ki, what are the things which you want to tell people, like how to spend your college, or what are the things you wished ki someone told you, and or how you experienced your college life. Some 3 4 lines about that.
Okay, so if I just give a brief summary, I would like to tell just make friends. And it is sometimes very difficult to know, like, that are the people you must, just collaborate and do friendship and just share your random stuff. So, firstly, make friends wisely. And if you are having good friends now, so just spend some time with them. Go to trips. I think those tips will also, teach a lot of things. And
Yeah.
secondly, I would like to say that um, it's not always about CGPA. I know I have got a very good CGPA whole of my college, but there are many things that are beyond CGPA. So just explore them. That is what I want to say. Everything else
Do
we have
it.
covered already.
डू इंक्लूड द थिंग जो भी मैं बोलने वाला हूँ। अब लोग इसको सुन के कहेंगे कि खुद की तो दोनों की अच्छी सीजीपीए और कह रहे हैं कि सीजीपीए मैटर नहीं करती।
But it really doesn't matter. I have seen myself, yeah. I have seen people doing the very but I must say, interesting stuff. But I was someone who was engaged in like, I want to get good CGPA. So I wish someone could told me at the very first of my, starting of my college that, Gauri, CGPA doesn't matter. Go and do whatever you want. Just, what you have told him is do side hustle. But when a student just entered college and he or she is very new to it, they just think we
Hmm.
must do the things that are mentioned as it already, that people used to say, do this. So I think we must not follow that. We must explore all the things, which I have not done in my first year. I have done that, but when I have just spent my whole 1.5 year, I must say. So everyone should start that early.
Yeah,
That
rightly
is
said.
what I want to say.
Okay, it was a good time having a chat or a long conversation with you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Bye.